All right, Monday, August 27th edition of the Carolina Weather Video. I'm meteorologist Matthew East back in the saddle with you this morning. Going to spend a lot of time talking about Isaac here in just a couple of moments. We'll get into that here in just a second. Let's start off with a look at the numbers from yesterday, though. Just a gorgeous day and weekend here across our region. Some fantastic weather, low humidity, a lot of sunshine. Now, again, that was for most of the foothills, Piedmont, and mountains. Over in eastern North Carolina, eastern Virginia had a lot of rain and thunderstorm activity yesterday as the moisture was much deeper over that way. This morning, things are pretty quiet. A couple showers around the Sandhills, and then when you go further to the south, that's when you begin to get into some of the moisture associated with Isaac. We have a band of rain from South Georgia to near the South Carolina coast, and then from south from there you get down into Florida. A lot of rain associated with Isaac. The center offshore there about 180 miles or so west-southwest of Fort Myers. That's a tornado watch covering much of southern Florida. And then all this activity is with a cold front. And it's going to be that cold front interacting with Isaac that will kind of be our main determining factors into how the weather plays out later on this week. Currently, a lot of 60s through the foothills and the Piedmont, some 50s in the mountains, 70s closer to the coast, even an 80-degree reading right now in Elizabeth City. Aside from those couple showers around I-95, things pretty quiet this morning, and I think most of us through the Interstate 85 corridor will be dry today, although there might be one or two isolated showers or storms. Most of us will have a dry day. Now, that cold front will drop into the region tomorrow. That will bring in better chances of scattered showers and storms, and depending on how that front interacts with that moisture from Isaac, that'll determine how significant the rain chances are later this week. It could very well be that South Carolina and Georgia get the lion's share of the rain with that front and with Isaac Wednesday and Thursday, but that's yet to be determined. We will see. It could be a pretty sharp cutoff between the areas that see some pretty heavy amounts of rain and the areas that don't. All right, there's Isaac on the infrared satellite imagery this morning. Isaac is a 65-mile-per-hour tropical storm, again located west-southwest of Fort Myers. And this is the official Hurricane Center forecast. They bring this to the Louisiana coast by Tuesday night, and then inland up the Mississippi River Valley from there. But as you would expect, there's still some spread amongst the various computer models. There's the guidance. You can see that's spread anywhere from Mobile to Houston, but certainly it's looking more and more likely that this will be a landfall in Louisiana or in Mississippi. Now, the water temperatures are plenty warm there across the Gulf of Mexico, a lot of warmth there, and I think certainly the potential is there for some strengthening. The question is how much. Let me show you a couple other things here. This is the GFS bringing Isaac to the southeastern coast of Louisiana by tomorrow early evening, Tuesday evening. The European model is a little bit further east still, but it has adjusted westward. It brings us to the southeastern Louisiana and the Mississippi Gulf Coast tomorrow night. The Canadian remains pretty much along the same line of thinking there by tomorrow evening, bringing this to southeastern Louisiana. The main weather players in terms of the steering of this, you have a trough swinging through parts of the Ohio Valley and a big ridge over the Rockies. And depending on exactly how much this trough interacts with Isaac, that'll determine exactly how quickly and how much this bends to the north. So my thinking here is that it's looking like a Louisiana, southeastern Louisiana, or maybe Mississippi landfall there. And originally I thought this had a pretty good chance of getting to a major hurricane, and it still does. But let me go back here. Let me go back to the graphic system here, and we'll take that full screen here. Let me go back and show you again when we look at the infrared satellite imagery. The center of the circulation has been kind of on the periphery of some of this deeper convection. If that center can get consolidated and centered under this deep convection, then it could take off in intensity pretty quickly. The water temperatures are plenty warm there in the Gulf of Mexico. It's really just a matter of whether or not it can get the structure of the system improved. If it can, we could still see this become a major hurricane. Right now, I'm thinking maybe Category 2-ish for landfall, but we'll see. We'll adjust that as necessary. All right, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.